and welcome to my Spark video. My name is Eva and today I'm going to talk about female education. This is my last 5th grade project and it is called Capstone. For Capstone, we needed to choose a main inquiry question. My main inquiry question was, what are the main obstacles that keep girls in developing countries from getting an education? What has MANA done and what can we do to improve conditions? I chose this topic because I was curious about why girls are scared to go to school in some countries. Before we start, I think you should know that 62 million girls around the world are not in school, mainly in developing countries like in Africa. In this video, I'm going to talk about how female education has evolved over the years, what the biggest obstacles are to female education, what MANA has done, and what can we do to improve conditions. In the 1800s, female education has evolved in certain ways in the United States. For example, in some cities, a lot of educational opportunities for women and girls started to come up. Women began to play important roles in education, as teachers and as students. Changes are very rare in female education, but today I'm going to tell you one that marked me. In 1826, there was a change in female education. The first American public high school for girls was opened in New York and Boston. I think this was a historic step for girls in America. By interviewing my interviewee, I learned things that I couldn't find in articles. For example, my interviewee said, countries with higher rates of female education have also lower rates of violence. This means that the more girls go to school, the more stable the country is. Education for women is important because better educated women earn more money and can raise a child better. In some developing countries, parents keep their daughters home because they are scared that their child could get hurt or violated, since school isn't safe. The risk of attacks on girls' schools are common in some countries. First, I thought that there were many countries that didn't allow female education, but this is not true. There are a lot of obstacles to female education, and I'm going to tell you one of the rarest obstacles. For example, the Taliban, who are a political and military organization, said that girls are not allowed to go to school because they believe that it is anti-Islamic. This happened in Afghanistan and Pakistan. There are other obstacles like the cost of education. Normally, parents should not pay for uniforms, textbooks, and much more, but in some developing countries, they need to, even if they're poor. Another obstacle is that girls are forced to marry young, most of the time to much older men. When they reach middle and high school, they learn the skills you need to get out of poverty, and those that get married don't have that chance. When women get pregnant, they are almost all discouraged from continuing their studies because of the pressure around them. Some obstacles are hard to overcome. For example, in Africa, it can take about 4 to 5 hours to walk to school. Many girls may face dangers or violences on the way, so a lot of parents keep their daughters home. Now I'm going to talk about Malala Yousafzai, a Pakistani activist that helped female education in her valley first and later around the world. While the Taliban took over her hometown, she wrote a diary about how life was under the Taliban. She later published it for the world to see what the Taliban did to her village. By publishing it, Malala made the Taliban upset. They ordered someone to kill Malala. Hopefully, the shooter missed her brain and damaged only part of her ear. After this painful moment, Malala decided to become a Pakistani activist to help the world. How can we help countries in need of education? It's actually very simple. If you want to help, you can give money to foundations. They will use the money to buy books, chairs, desks, and much more for girls in need. One foundation that you can donate to is the Malala Fund. I really think that women and girls should not be scared to go to school. People should treat them equally because they are human beings like everybody else.